I'm going to tell you guys about blue crayon theory today, and blue crayon theory was hatched in my dining room while I was coloring with my 7-year-old. You see, his babysitter had a baby sister, and the baby sister was smelling different, looking different, sounding different, and she was upset all the time, and he wanted to know why. And the answer was because she was going through puberty. So I had to think of a way to explain to my child what was going on in her body that was accurate and appropriate for his age and developmental level. And so, blue crayon theory started. I explained to him that she was going through puberty, and puberty is when a kid body goes through changes that turn it into an adult body. But for that to happen, that body has to make a bunch of chemicals. Now, these chemicals are really cool and very important. They tell your bones and your muscles and your organs what to do to change from being a kid to being an adult. But it doesn't just work on your bones and your muscles and your organs. It also goes into your brain. And the fact is, your brain is not ready for all of those chemicals. So it can make very small things feel like a very big deal. It's just the same way your brain lies to you when you're very hungry or very tired. How things that are really not important seem like a giant deal. And he said, "Can you show me an example?" And I said, "Okay. Don't get scared. This is just an example. I'm not really angry." And he said, "Okay." I said, "Can you give me a crayon, please?" And my son hands me a crayon, and I hold it up and I stare at it. And I say, "This crayon is blue." He said, "Well, you didn't tell me what color you wanted." I said, "It doesn't matter. You should know what color crayon I wanted. I'm not coloring the sky. I'm not coloring a lake or a puddle or a raindrop. I am trying to color a fire truck, and this crayon is blue. I obviously need a red crayon, and if you cared about me, you would have given me a red crayon. You wouldn't have made me tell you that I needed a red crayon. This crayon is useless. This crayon is blue." And then I threw the crayon. And he said, "Whoa, Mom. Whoa. It's just a blue crayon." I said, "You're right. And right now, your brain has been fed, your brain has had enough sleep, and your brain is not full of chemicals that make it lie to you. You and me both know that it's just a blue crayon. But when you are hungry, when you are tired, and when you are going through puberty, your brain will lie to you and tell you that the smallest thing is the biggest deal." So now, when the kids are super tired, super hungry, or stuck in the jaws of puberty, and they make the realization that it is unreasonable to have this very real, very big feeling about this logically very small thing, they will look at me and say, "I know it's a blue crayon, Mom, but this feels like a giant deal." Blue crayon theory has made an important impact on the raising of my children. It lets them tell me that they are having a big real emotion that they understand is an unreasonable response to the stimuli that they are experiencing. That doesn't mean that their feeling isn't real, and it doesn't mean that it's not important for us to work through it. It does mean that they understand that their brain is capable of lying to them, which teaches them to better handle and deal with their emotions, whether they're big or just a blue crayon.